Hi everybody, Debra Dickinson here. Thank you for being on my channel and thank you for listening to me today. I just need to share heart to heart and connect with you again through all that we are all dealing with. And I wanted to come out to Fancy Free to do it because I just needed a moment to sit in my home. And I know that some of you are going to say, I'm whining and I'm ranting and whatever, and I don't see it that way. I think that we are all dealing with this in our own way as we can, and I want to share with you something that happened to me and for me, and a revelation that came and that helped me feel so much better. I'm going to share it with you in hopes that it helps you feel better too. Hi, Bandit. You want to say hi to everybody? He's out running around in the yard and playing. I also want to tell you guys that I hear from everybody all over the country, coast to coast, border to border, all the time, and they're giving me updates, real-time updates about what's happening in their backyard. And I've started a page, and I will share that link in the video description, that is free to you to go view. And what it is kind of a crowdsource of what is going on nationwide, and it includes resources, and they are viable. I don't share anything that somebody says they heard or somebody says they read. It has to be something that they have first account of. And so if you have information that you want shared on that page about what's happening in your area that might be helpful to others, please send it to me by email or in the comments below, or in the comments on that page, and I will include it after I get it checked out. So today, let me tell you, hi buddy, are you having fun? He really is having fun here. And I'm going to talk tomorrow night. I'm going to do a sidetrack right now. I'm going to talk tomorrow night about how he's doing and some other updates. If you have a question for me and you want me to answer it on my Friday night live, please leave it in the comments below too. So I have been getting down. I'll be okay, and then I'll be up, and then I'll be down, and then I'll be okay, and I'll be up, and I'll be down. And I think that so many of us are going through that right now, and I'm going to share with you something that really helped me, and it was actually yesterday that it came up, April Fool's, but it's not an April Fool's joke. It really is something that I found that just really struck home and helped me, and I'm going to share with you in hopes that it helps you too. But first I have to share something very personal, and it's very hard for me, but I won't be real or authentic if I don't. So here we go. I have been working with my writing partner, Angelique, and we are writing, among other things, my books, but we're writing my life story, because I have overcome so much, from the murder of my father when I was 10 months old, to my mother being married a lot, and to abusive men, and so childhood abuse. I was the first in my family to graduate from high school, and I did that by moving out on my own when I was 15 years old. And I told you this was going to be hard. And life hasn't ever really been easy for me, but I put it all together, and after not getting it right for a long time in my adult life, I finally did, and then I got a brain injury. It's kind of like, are you kidding me right now? What are you doing, Bandit? He's such a comfort to me, and he and I send out hugs to all of you right now. But anyway, and I've overcome that, and now I live in a van, and there is a certain stigma that goes with that, and I don't care. Get over it. It is, I'm building a good life out of that, and there will be some changes from COVID-19 and this global pandemic that I have to make, but I am so grateful, and I miss the peace and the quiet and being in Fancy Free and out in nature, and that is so healing for me. And so I'm having a hard time with not having absolute quiet. My brain requires it. It's not just, I think it's good for everybody, and everybody enjoys getting out and connecting with nature. but it's required for my brain because of my brain injury. And that's why when people go into assisted living with brain injuries, that TBI units are usually, they're soundproof. They usually have double door entry and everything, and no TVs in the lobbies and stuff like that. And so I am blessed to be with my friends, and I'm coping with mainstream life that I haven't done for 5 years. And we all are facing our challenges right now. And like I said, I'm working with Angelique to write my life story. And she gives me an assignment every week, and I write on it. And we're starting with the hard stuff first. And what I've been working on this week brought up, I've been having to deal with it and write it out, and it's okay. I've worked through all of that, and I'm good with writing it, but it does bring up memories and then feelings and emotions, and then on top of that, dealing with being at my friend's house and imposing on them, and they don't make me feel that way at all, but I am, I joke, or we all joke, because they are so loving and fun, that I was supposed to be here for a week, and it's turned into Hotel California because of this coronavirus, and that nobody wants an indefinite house guest, and we are dealing with it well. We're dealing with it the best we can, and everybody I know worldwide is being hit by this in one way or another, let alone the people that are losing people to this virus, and again, my hearts and prayers go out to everyone. So I'm writing about these difficult memories, and what came up this week was when I was, I told you I've been on my own since I was 15, and I was the first in my family to graduate high school. I went on to college. I was the first in my family to go to college, but because it took me so long to get through school, I had a niece that actually beat me and got her degree before me, so I was the second in my family to get my college degree. But at 15, living on my own, I was working 3 part-time jobs and going to high school. And when I was 16, at one of those jobs, my boss invited me to come have Thanksgiving with him and his family because I didn't have anywhere to go. And, when it comes to the holidays or a global pandemic or something like that, and you realize you have no one, it feels kind of like that scene in Officer and a Gentleman at the end when he graduates from Naval Academy and everybody's throwing their hats up in the air, and he looks around and he ain't got nobody to throw his hat up to or to go, to celebrate with. And he goes and gets Debra Winger, and they live happily ever after. And isn't it wonderful when stories end like that? But that's how I felt back then, and I am going to be real. I was at these people's house I didn't know, really. I mean, I worked with this man and had met his wife, and they were very generous to me to invite me to come be with them. But I was there because I had nowhere else to go, and they were a very loving family and very wonderful. And much like Chuck and Letty, they are so close to their kids and their granddaughter, and they have all these friends and family that are calling them all the time. And I do too. I have people that love me, and I have this dog, and I'm very blessed, don't get me wrong, but it's bringing all of that up, and this coronavirus is bringing up that I really have nowhere to go, and it's just like back then, and I'm working on all this, and I started getting really down, and it was really getting to me, and so this was yesterday, April Fool's Day, and I got to get my glasses, hold on. I had them out and then I put them down. Okay, so here's my glasses. Okay, Bandito, I'll see you later. You gonna go play? He's looking at me like, yes, Mom, I'm already gone. See ya. So April Fool's, I love this book, Time for Joy, and I will put the description, the link to where you can get it through my Amazon affiliate account, please, in the video description. But it is a great book. If you already have it, I recommend you gift it to someone. I try to do that often. But it says, who you are is a necessary step to being who you will be. And she credits that to Emmanuel. So have no regrets for who you are. Oh God, that's a hard one. Give lip service to the fact that you are perfect, even if you do not believe it. And no, I know I'm not perfect, but that's not the kind of perfect that this reading means. It says every moment, every event, and we are in a huge global event. Every experience, we are all experiencing this in different ways, in our own ways, and it is hitting everybody differently. Those that are losing people to this coronavirus, those that have people that are working in the front line of this coronavirus and that are worried about, those of us who have people nationwide that we're worried about, and the nomads, how it's affecting them, and our neighbors, and even if you are blessed like I am to have a place to stay and are safe, it is affecting everyone. And so it says every moment, every event, every experience that has formed and molded you had to take place for you to begin right here, right now, in this present moment. You cannot go on to be who you want to become unless you have this starting point. Accept yourself with joy and gratitude today, and continue to develop to be the best of who you are. And I'll close with the last thing that Ruth Fischel writes in here. And what fell out was my list of spirit animals. I keep it in my book. But I read that yesterday, and I was able to make the video that I put up yesterday about my battery charger and the 3 ways that I get power in my beautiful home, fancy free. I just love her so much. But I wasn't going to be able to do that, because I was really down, and then I woke up with a prayer in my heart and thought of everyone and thought how blessed I am and thought, get over it. You know, I've been turned away by family in this coronavirus. I've lost friends through this coronavirus. I'm not able to live the life that is healthiest for my brain, and it's getting to me. And I am blessed and healthy and safe, and I need to work on being happy. And then I picked this book up, and that was the reading. And so I thought I would share it with you today. And she closes on that reading with, I accept myself today and am grateful that I can grow from where I am. As I bring more and more love to myself, I continue to blossom and expand, growing to be the best of who I can be. And the best of who I can be, the best of who I want to be, is to connect with people, to be of service to people, to grow love and expand love in this universe as best I can. And if I shut down, if I let depression get to me, if I let my self-judgment, my self-deprecation get to me for not having a place to go again in my life, just like when I was 16 years old, then I have failed at being the best I can be, and I feel like I have failed a lot of people that love me. And so I share that with you today, and more than I ever have in my life, I'm telling you, keep on keeping on. Do it one day at a time. Let me hear from you. Let's stay connected, and we're in this together. Thank you for being here on my channel. Please share it so that it grows and that I can reach others and that we can do this together. And thanks for staying on this journey with me, everybody. I love you. Keep on keeping on one day at a time. Bye.